Yeah, good day, everyone, and today you're welcome to Craft channel. You're welcome to the wonderful live stream. Yeah. Thank you for coming on board. So, if you're joining, just tell us where you're joining from, and we're happy to have you on this live stream.
Actually, more like at Oh, sorry. I thought you people understand Yoruba because Yoruba is the best language in the whole world. We are so grateful for those of you that have been able to wait for us to come on board. We've been having so many technical facilitarian issues. Okay, with that being said, we are considering a topic today that is of utmost importance because if there is anything Africans should run away from is what we call deception. And most of the time is as if Africans have a magnet that attract deception, or we intentionally open ourselves up to be deceived. Oh, let's welcome somebody.
We said we don't do.
We don't do. Let me tell you,
Okay.
Madam Temi, the possibility of always having Africans snow diving into falsehood, into lies, into deception is about 70 to 80%.
Again.
Not because the people that are lying to Africans are actually lying in a very standard way, but because Africans are just so foolishly ready to fall to the cheapest of lies. Now, today, all this grammar, we are blowing all this grammar because we need to consider the loopholes in which Africa, the economy of Africa, has been siphoned in terms of fashion materials or fashion fabric. There is this specific fabric that all of us have been hailing as,
African print. African print.
Oh.
Showcase it anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
You are there. We are there. As in, one of my clients, when she wore African print, I made sure is in New York. She just said, okay, is she African? Is she African? And with the need to believe that African print is.
But let me tell you, today we are busting the bubble. The bubble is the fact that.
Oh, Ghana, welcome.
Oh, my goodness, my Ghanaian brother, our Adolphine Aqua.
You're welcome. Just greet us in the Ghanaian language. Let me greet here in Nigeria.
Okay.
I'm from Western Nigeria, and this is the way we greet. This is. What is it by the time? This is
7:30.
Okay. Let me greet
this aspect. Let's go into the main. Okay. We can come back into all that. See, let me tell you, because the thing is paining me. Why do we allow ourselves to be lied to in Africa? Because Ankara fabric is not African fabric. Yes, I know you are shocked, but let me tell you, Ankara fabric is not African, is not Nigerian, is not Ghanaian, is nothing African. Why? You are so surprised.
Madam Temi, do you know it?
She's going to be giving you the details of that, but before she goes into the nitty-gritty of that, the historical overview of where the origin of African, the so-called Ankara, I don't want to call it African fabric, the so-called Ankara does not have any origin in Africa.
Yes.
The origin, Iris Ime, Iris Ein. Okay, it's nice having you here.
Hello.
The origin of Ankara is not African. Now, let me tell you, before she starts telling you what African fabric are, the origin of Ankara fabrics. When you are talking of African fabric, you are talking of, like this, my Ghanaian brother, you will be talking of kente from Ghana. And if you are talking of African fabric in Nigeria, you'll be talking of Adire
or Ashoke.
Or Ashoke.
Yes.
Are you with me? Now, because these are fabrics that have serious origin from continent, from the motherland of Africa. But let me tell you, a lot of billions are leaving Africa into the European world based on the deception that the fabric that is not our own is African. Nothing Africa about it. So tell us the origin of Ankara fabric.
It all started in the year 1846. There's this Dutch entrepreneur by name Pieter fencer, and he saw that there was this increased need for 100% printed cotton. So he just decided to do what? To merchandise the method and use them instead of just printing printed cottons only. He started printing using the method that we're using. There's what is called batik.
Yeah.
That's prints, making prints on popular clothes that were worn most especially by Indonesian people then. That's they were the people that were wearing such. So he now started using this and he just transformed it into Africa. And when he produced much of that, he saw that it was not even the Indonesians that were buying it. So he now saw that Africans were more interested in that. So they now said, let's just tailor it now. If you're a businessman and it's all about business. Let me say what I'm doing now. Let me say I'm doing a jumpsuit, and I see that okay, I'm doing this jumpsuit for ladies, and ladies are not really interested. It's girls that are interested, or it's guys. Are you not going to quickly diverse and say guys jumpsuit? And before you know it, the thing will be like the raining thing. It will become the trend, and people will be saying yes. Like you did one kimono, guys kimono,
Yeah.
and it was like it wanted to make waves then. And normally it's women that have kimonos, and before you know it, the guys will just pick it up and say male kimono, and that male kimono might even outrun the real female kimono. That's it. So that's the case of Ankara. It was just it's popularly known as the Dutch print. Yes, you could Google it. That is the Dutch wax print, or they now turned it to African wax print. So because Africans bought into it, and especially those from West Africa, they bought into it. They started because of the vibrant
Hold it
colors.
there. When
Because of
when
the
she's
vibrant
wait,
colors.
you can speak English very well. Madam, speak English. Now, when she's saying the Africans bought into it, do you know what she's simply saying? The Africans fell for it.
Yeah.
Meaning that we are using our money to buy fabrics that are not even from our own origin, but we are taking it. We are now adopting the deception
Yes.
that this is African.
African.
It is not in Africa.
KK.
So if you really want to buy a fabric based on you like it, please don't. And it's not African. Don't
Say it's African. Say it's Dutch print.
You are buying
Dutch watch print. Yes. Oh, so you see now because of the vibrant colors. Okay, you're welcome.
Nice having you here.
Yes, I will. Yes, because of the nice vibrant colors. And one thing about Africans is that we're so conscious of our cultural heritage.
Yeah.
So because they now saw that most of these African Dutch prints, wax prints, had a lot of designs that are saying things to them. It was saying interpreting the cultures of African, and they would just say this means this name, this means that name. All these Hollandis and the others, they are just giving different names. They'll say, this one is explaining a mother giving breath, that one is explaining a man that is doing this, doing that. So before you know it, people were now interested that and not about that. This is our African print, and
what?
They are not produced in Africa. Do you know the implication?
Mm-hmm. The implication, let me give you the economic implication. As one of the best students in economics, the economic implication of this is that more of our monies are now running out of our system, going out to do what? To purchase, to import. What I call imported inflation.
Okay.
Better still, what that means is that we are going to be spending more on importation of products that are not African. Whereas we are neglecting the real products that are African, of which we have the kente from Ghana, the adire from Abeokuta in Nigeria, which
the Kitanga from East Africa.
The Kitanga from East Africa.
That was what they copied there for Ankara.
The Ashoke
from
what's it called? Iseyin in Ekiti in
Nigeria, West Africa. So the thing is, I just want us to be sincere today. Like, if we have people that are not from Africa, it's not if we have non-Africans on this Cetrocraft platform. Our other channel is majorly non-African, but Cetrocraft, we are majorly Africans here. But if we have non-Africans, you're highly welcome to this channel and to this discussion. We love you. But we're just trying to demystify what the mysteries behind Ankara fabric, and let's call a spade a spade. If we're buying Ankara fabric, let's know that we are buying Dutch print, Dutch wax print, or it's not African wax print. So, and you know where the real money is going
You
to.
don't know
So
where I'm even going to be very frank is the fact that now it's not even now just Dutch wax print you are
it's
buying.
now
You are now
China
buying Chinko. You are now buying China wax
wax
print
print. That
because
is even where I want to explain, because
sure.
I made a video about Ankara and the likes.
In a passing me way, you are making me
So
angry.
please, this is a very interesting section today. If you want to come on board, in fact, why don't you send the
Okay,
link?
yeah.
If you want to come on board for this live stream, please just come on board. And why do we have to consider this? You have to know the origin of the fabrics you're using as a designer. You have to know where you're sourcing your fabrics and the essence and the importance. And this is what will contribute to you getting to the top of the industry, as in knowing what you're doing, how you're doing it, how best you want to do it. And there is an awakening. That's why we're doing this. I will still go back to that. So we now saw that because Africans had already taken over this, they bought into it, they're falling in love with the Dutch wax print, and they're all buying it everywhere. So we saw that in the mid 80s.
Wait, whenever you are mentioning the word, they are all buying it everywhere. Let me be giving us the implication to the system, to the economic stand of Africa. Anytime they are buying it constantly like that, that means more money is flying from Africa into the Dutch land,
yes,
and into China, where they are producing the fake ones of it.
Now,
so
okay,
meaning that what we are turning out to be a created empire of consumers.
Consuming
whereas
continents.
You are consuming what is produced outside.
Yes.
Those African fabric that are really produced in the continent, within the continent
we are
of
not
Africa, we are not
popularizing
popularizing it, and we're not purchasing it, we're not buying it. So the people that are producing it, they are dying.
Yes, that's it.
They are dying because their children are not going to be interested in learning
what is not
what
working,
is
what is
not
not selling,
being purchased, what is not being what is not selling, what is not going to give them economic power, empowerment. And as such, where do we find ourselves in the next 10, 20 years?
Where is our cultural heritage?
Our own culture is being left. Oh my God, what is happening to us, African? Don't be deceived.
So that's just it. So as we're still continuing, just to wrap up, we saw that because of the large demand for wax prints, like somewhere in Nigeria in the mid 80s, we had over 150 functional textile mills. We still had one very close here. There's this
five star.
Those
of you that
Lagos,
are conversant
Nigeria.
with Nigeria, there is a place called 5 Star in Nigeria. Then they used to produce this Ankara wax.
Then in the 80s.
In the 80s.
So, and then look at what happened then. It created job for like 1 million people, and it served about 60% of the total income of the textile industry then. And it was really, people were having food on their table, they are being employed, they are being paid, Africans, Nigerians, because it was being produced there before the recession, before some things took over and those companies folded up. And because of the large demand for the African prints, now some of them are resuscitating, they are coming back, but it's not still
coming back to where?
But it's not like that. But what is
coming
now
back? No, please, I will not take that. Coming back to where? Is it in a country like Nigeria that there is no light, there is no
that is
they are not coming back to anywhere. They have gone. And even when they were doing it here, it was, it was something that was still owned by the Dutch. It's not an African thing. But the African thing, the African fabrics, they are lying there in the villages. The villagers, the old men and women that are actually doing this, let me tell you, they are suffering, they are hungry, they are not being what's it called, patronized. The only time they see patronage is when people want to do weddings and when tourists come into the continent. So what are we doing? Are we
see now, even
fashion
China,
designers should not get me angry. You should not get me angry.
Okay, you see that China is now even taking over, because if you live in somewhere in Nigeria, or people in Nigeria or most African countries, the cost of production is damn too high. Now we are running on solar. This that you see solar, we just put up our gen right now. The cost of production is more than what you can think of. So they cannot even produce it in Africa again. They are now bringing it from China. That means we're empowering the Chinese. That's why they are having the power. And you now still go borrow for them. Our governments are borrowing from them. They want to use the debt to kill Africans. And it's this still we Africans that are purchasing.
Nobody is killing Africans. Africans are the one killing themselves
Because they are purchasing.
the Africans are capital letter stupid. Now, let me tell you something. When you are saying, and there is no light, there is no this thing, do you know that majority of the African fabrics are not produced with the use of light?
Yes.
The ashoke, they don't need light to produce it. I can show you video of how ashoke is being produced in Nigeria. Nigeria is the main place where ashoke is produced, and in a town called the Iseyin, I think is a.
And if you are a bride, if you are an African bride and you've not used ashoke, you have not married.
No, you have
not married. And people are just popularizing Ankara fabric.
What's Ankara?
Do you know why I had to come? We had to come to this live stream today, because it's just getting, and I think there is, if you've not started following the vlog that we're doing now on fashion billionaires, exactly how they started, I think you're missing a lot though. Mr. Seth helped me to draw their ear that they are missing a lot. There's something we're talking about. You see, you virtually become those you listen to in the long run.
Meaning that if I listen to a twak, that's going to be a twak.
If you want to become one of the leaders in the fashion industry, you want to become a billionaire in fashion, then you have to listen to the billionaires. You have to watch them. You have to see them, study what they did differently, what's helped them to get to the top. And that's it. That's one of such that has helped us, and we have now discovered. We've discovered long time ago. You know, I've done a video about Ankara. I'm going to come back to that. There is this man, Iman Ayesi, is a Cameroonian designer.
Give it to him.
And he has gotten to the height of Couture. He has gotten to the highest fashion, the highest height you can get to in fashion that has been incorporated into this Couture
de Lamont.
Yes, and he's a couturer. He's in Paris. Is there doing great. And what is he doing? His vibe, his vision is what? Is reawakening the use of authentic African fabrics. That is what he's doing. He's about reawakening the use of authentic African fabric. And do you know what he did? He has taken African fabric, the authentic, you see what I'm saying? The real authentic African fabric, not the one that they bought for us. And I'm so sure the man knows what he's doing. He's a very smart guy. He's been trained. He's worked with all these great brands like Givenchy, Christian Dior, Yves Saint Laurent, to list a few before. So he knows what it means, what's creating with your own authentic fabric means. So he goes to different parts of Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, East Africa. He discovers all the various technical people doing these artifacts, doing this our local fabrics, the real local fabrics from Africa. And do you know that that's what he's using in the world of Haute Couture? You know, Haute Couture is the highest world of fashion in which everything is hand sewn. For you to buy a dress like a bespoke suit from an Haute Couture, what's it called? An Haute Couture, it can be about $10,000, just like that. Very expensive. So you can't. It's not just what an everyday person can afford. So for him to have taken the use of authentic African fabric to the highest level of fashion, I think it's the in thing now. And there is this saying that high street brands should now take up this, like we've taken up Ankara, doing it that African fabric, African print, anywhere you are in the world, even those that are outside the diasporas, they are always going in Ankara fabrics. You know, they'll say, I'm African, and this, that. Let's now start popularizing our real authentic fabrics. The Adires, do you understand? The Kentes, the Ketenge, and what is it called? The Ashokes. different fabrics that are locally made in Africa. Do you know what is that going to have? The economic implication. Our exports will be much more than our imports, isn't it?
Yeah.
There will be job creation in our continent, and by this, we are going to have a favorable balance of trade. And before you know it, our currency will what?
We go up,
Our currency
the value will push up.
will push up, and we will not just be third world countries.
Man, I tell you, I just got here. I just walked in the house and I saw the live stream, and I was like, you guys are pumping out the energy, and it just makes me feel so good inside. Just to know that you just are not quitting. You're just charging ahead. Once again, always making content, doing what we need to listen to motivate us. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so very much.
We missed you yesterday. We had a live stream on Central Blood.
Yeah.
I've been busy. I've been gardening, and I got a fish aquarium, and I've been going crazy trying to get the water clean.
Wow, wow, wow. Well done. So, like what we are discussing today is about the deception in which Africans are buying. I always love people to know what they are going for.
What is it?
If I say this is made in Nigeria, made in Africa, by the time people go behind to check, they should end up meeting it as made in Nigeria or made in Africa.
Yes.
Oh,
But
yeah.
you are now telling us that this is
African wax print.
African wax print,
And
at the end of the day, we found out that is not African at all, but is what is made by the Dutch.
And China now.
Oh, the tulip farmers.
It's made by the Dutch.
Yes.
And since the Dutch has been the one that are taking the glory, raking the money for what they are calling by our own name, now China has now gone into the production of the mass, giving us a more useless
version.
They're
like nylon.
How can you blame the Chinese when the Dutch give them a perfect model?
Yes. I'm not blaming them.
The Dutch have been around. Everybody knows that, what what the economic, history is with the Dutch and the tulips, right? And they had all those tulips, and they were trading them, and boy, oh boy, guess what happened? Nobody cared anymore about the tulips.
Whoa.
Nobody cared. And guess what happened? The Dutch economy all of a sudden collapsed. If you get a race of people and that are productive, there's always another race of people that will take advantage of it.
Yes,
that's their goal. That's their goal, is to dive into, hi, we come with baskets of food and and glorious endeavors, hopefully, but you know what, like Joke said, come on, wake up to the real thing here. Use this.
Wow. Okay. So Iris, I'm saying true. That's
true. Please, I think designers worldwide that we should just come to the real terms. And some persons that are not even African, they want to help the African economy. They'll say, let me wear African prints. It's not African prints. It's the Dutch wax prints. So let's call a spade a spade. Let's call it by the name. And we have the authentic African prints right here in Africa. People that are doing them, they are dying. The artisans, they are dying of.
That's all they do. That's all they do, is they walk around and take advantage of labor. They're called capitalists, and that's why they capitalize on you.
Whoa, really? But I put it to you that they can only capitalize on idiots that are not ready to improve.
Well, don't volunteer into the system then, because you're the idiot if you volunteered into it.
Whoa.
I think designers on the platform, I want you to speak. I think Iris says she's Afro.
Iris says this is very interesting
Interesting,
because
just-
Afro-American mass-produced Ankara fabrics is still popular in the US. You can
Please.
imagine. And when they are putting it on, they will say, "Oh, I'm African."
African.
You are
You're
Dutch.
not.
You are Dutch Rican.
That's why we're here today. So that's why we're here today. We're changing the narrative. Iman Ayesi is already taking the lead. He has taken up the use of authentic African wax print. Which African wax print? The use of authentic African textiles to the highest word of fashion, that's Ainsi Couture. And he's doing great using Ankara, using Kente, using Ashoke from different parts of Africa.
He's not using Ankara. What are you
He's
saying?
not using Ankara.
My wife.
He's using even the Ankara is almost
He's
getting
using Adire.
Adire.
Let me spell it for you. Real African fabrics. Some of them that we can measure now are Adire.
Adire.
I want you guys to pronounce it. Look at it.
Adire.
Adire. Adire. Or you call it Adire is from Nigeria.
Yes.
From a place called Abeokuta.
Yes.
In one of the videos that I did, I think this particular video, this is the link of that video. I showed when I traveled to that village where they are making that particular fabric. That particular textile design. I showed where they are making it there.
How it's being done locally.
Being done locally. So that's Adire. Then if you talk of the second one, let's go to Ghana.
Yes.
You talk of Kente.
Yes.
Kente, I hope I spelled it well.
Yes.
Kente is from Ghana. Kente
Yes.
is from Ghana. And you will, as in, when you are wearing it, you will know that this is 100% African. They don't need to carry megaphone to tell you that this is what you are putting on. There is no deception about it. And Temi says tie and dye. Yes, is Adire that some people now call tie and dye. But the real Adire is made from Abeokuta in this western part of Nigeria. Now, there is another one that is made here. This one I want to mention, please listen. The origin of this is far beyond comprehension. If you are in Africa, if you are in Nigeria, and you are about to get wedded, you are getting married, if you have not put on this particular fabric, you have not, it's considered that your marriage is null and void. Marriage, yes, it is assumed that you are not yet married until you have put on this in Western Nigeria.
It has to be part of your dress code.
It has to be part of your dress code.
Or your major dress code.
Those are the kind, or if you are a king, you can never be a king without wearing this particular fabric I want to mention. It's called Ashoke.
Ashoke.
Yes.
Ashoke.
You got it very well. Ashoke. This particular fabric is made. Oh my God! You need to see how it's made.
It brings out royalty.
It brings out the royalty in you. You don't need to
elegant.
When you put it on, it stands. There is a carriage it comes with.
Yes. Bugalicious.
It comes with Bugalicious. Yes.
It's so funny.
So you know, these are fabrics that when you put on, you will see the arrival of an African prince and princess.
Yes.
You know, you don't need to talk too much. Nobody will ask you.
There's this way women will carry their.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And when they put it on those periods, they put it on the horses.
Yes.
They go on their horses with those clothes. You know, the clothes will stand with some level of pride.
Yes. Now that's why it's Bugalicious.
Africa, this is where we are.
And so please, let's revive the economy of Africa. That's why we're here today.
Somebody is saying I could have brought samples. You know what? I'm just preparing. I'm going to bring
As the rest are here now, tell me, didn't you see the video? If I show them that Bugalicious,
I'm going to bring.
That's why we're doing this, is to create an awakening. So we want to start using Adire now. There is a brand now, Tiwani's Court. You see me wearing Tiwani's Court, as in their Adire, they just started. So you can order from anywhere in the world. And if you're there, you're a designer, you want to start using Adire, we, the Setros, produce our own Adire from Abeokuta. we can send to you anywhere in the world. And also Ashoke, if you want Ashoke. That's why our Ready to Wear seminar. Tell me you've not attended, you better register for our
Temi has not attended.
yes, so
Oh.
better register for part 2, because it's going to be on the 26th and 27th, the RTW seminar. Those that attended, they've started their production, they started doing great. RTW seminar starting and running a successful
On the
RTW
27th.
26th and 27th of August.
August,
So
this month.
there now you will get contact of all these suppliers of all these fabrics, and tailors that will work with you, foot soldiers. I'm going to release a video. If you're when I'm releasing the adverts of this seminar, people should know, as in what I said in that video, it's also very, you should not, I think there's a reawakening now that we Africans should really come up. We have a lot. We are underutilizing all the resources that God has endowed us with. Yes, we are not really optimizing the use of all that we have as Africans. So if you're there, it's not only until you know how to cut. Some persons just believe fashion is tailoring, cutting and sewing.
You know, and that's a good point, because what you're saying is beyond marketing. It's branding. And because branding brings its own market in first. In other words, if you're branded, you don't need marketing. You're branded. You're the type of, a style is branded. Songs are branded. Things are branded for a reason, because when you set a tone in the society where, hey, look at this fabric or look at this fashion, you become the leader of that by branding your particular art, your own creation, your own endeavors. These are the things that value branding. So when you go to marketing, yeah, you can market everything, but if you don't have like the structure behind it, like Joke was saying, look, she has the people to go to find the product. Is not hard. The problem is getting it out to the public, and branding it is a big thing. And you know who controls the branding? The marketers, the people that sit there on, whatever, Amazon or Etsy or any of these other, they actually have algorithms built in. They are, there's, I don't like to bring up the word censorship, but, things can happen with people's YouTube channels, and you can get turned off or demonetized, which does not help you in your own branding effort. Yes, if you're self-marketing, that's a good thing, but you need somebody else, a PR, a public relations person that can step out, and the Cetros can do this, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. You know what? I just want to show us a sample of the adire. I want
Yeah.
to see.
Hey, and by the way, let me chime in before you do that. Here in America, remember I used to make the reference, we have this thing called a tie-dye. Okay, well, when the real tie-dyes came in from Africa, because my stepfather is from Liberia, he would bring over this beautiful batik. We called it batik because it was a wax. It was a wax. It was a wax process. Now, a dire is a different style, correct? Is it using the dye? Which one uses dyes only?
Adire uses dye.
Right. Okay. That's what I wanted to understand, coming from where I'm coming from, because there's different ways. And you were talking about the, which one was the Regal clothing from, where was it from again? You said, well, you feel like a king or a queen in the clothing. What was it again, Joke?
That's from
Ashoke. That's from Nigeria.
Nigeria. Okay. No, that's the stuff that's really expensive, by the way, and it's worn in ceremonial process, it sounds like, because the way it feels, it has royalty attached to it. Is that not?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
See, and this is a beautiful thing, because that's brandable, right?
Yes.
Very well.
That's brandable, because you're attaching notary or some attachment to the idea. Hey, look. Oh, yeah, there we go. Let me jump off cam. Go ahead, guys. Sorry to interrupt.
I'm listening. We are listening to you. Okay. You know what? just like what you have said, after the just concluded what's it called,
RTW seminar.
RTW seminar 1.0 that we had last month.
Yes.
What happened is that a brand was set up, which is called the Tiwani Scott brand, and in that brand, this is Adire. They
Yes.
went into the production of
Adire.
Adire
Yes.
designs and the
Oh
likes
my
of
God,
that.
my wife would love that. That is
Uh,
gorgeous.
this is real African fabric, Adire,
Wow, that's beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful.
all the way from Abeokuta.
Yes.
Now we also have the second one. This particular
It's
style is
batik.
called batik. Is
Also
Buga,
Adire.
also Adire.
But it has
Is
wax.
it has wax on it? That's why you see the glittery
Glittering effect.
effect. You can see it's because of the presence of wax on it that
Yes.
you are seeing that shiny effect on the stuff. So why should we now leave all this beautiful stuff and be coming to market what
It's not hard.
is not ours when we have beautiful fabrics here? I think I have someone here, Isaac. Let's welcome Isaac. So Isaac, can we have you?
Is
Oh,
having network in here.
okay. I hope you come up and let's
Okay,
hear
Ivy
from
says
you.
I'm in the show. Okay. I think
Okay,
I have seen the fabric. It's very beautiful. Who scripts it? Show them a video of that
okay.
man I used where you show
I'm
Ashoke.
going to show you the video of Ashoke very soon.
Yes.
But let's just continue with what we are doing. While I look for that, you can continue
Okay.
with the talk. Let me
So
look for that.
so I think this reawakening is a good one because we already have a man in the forefront of fashion. He's already all his most of his creation is he uses authentic African fabric, and I know he goes to the locals. You see, when you're talking about resuscitating the economy of Africa. It's not that you want to help Africa and you are doing it from another continent. You are
Nah.
putting the money into the wrong ends. You come to the locals. You come to those making these clothes in different countries of Africa and you get it from them. And that's what we're trying to do, that value chain. We can do that for you. We even have our source in our Abeokuta. Yes, you see my
We
husband there.
produce from
Yes, we
Abeokuta.
produce from Abeokuta. And that is when you get the fabrics anywhere you can, and we can even make the production for you at Central Fashion School,
Yeah.
or we could link you with other houses of production. And one thing is you don't have to wait until you know how to sew. That's another limited view of Africans.
Yeah.
They think for me to be a designer, for me to set up a ready-to-wear brand, I have to know how to cut and sew. No, it's far beyond that now. If you want to project Africa to the world, and at least you have a little finance that you want to use to start, you just start. Reach out to fashion houses like us or those that are interested. We will do for you from the sourcing, fabric sourcing, to your designs, to your creations, to the marketing, to the everything, and you start projecting Africa to the world. You don't have to know how to cut and sew. Most African designers, they just feel it's by cutting, by sewing, and other parts of the world, they are taking over the real act of designing, which is they're just using the soft skill of managing and coordinating the food soldiers who happens to be the tailors, and they're coordinating them to achieve great what's it called, output in the world of fashion. So what you have to do is to do what? Come beyond this.
Okay, I think we have
We have
Isaac
Isaac
on
now.
board now. Hello, Isaac. It's nice having you here. Isaac, can you hear us? Oh,
It's like he's in Africa. That's the
He's
network.
frozen. Yeah.
it's
He'll come around.
okay. Okay. So
So
continue.
so that's it. We have to look beyond just now, what we are seeing now. How do you want the
Yecy.
Okay.
how do you want the economy of Nigeria or Africa to be in the next 10 years if we continue purchasing from other continents, from China, from Dutch, from different continents, and we are not producing anything, and we're not taking our own production, our own product to the forefront? So, and we're just a community of consumers. What is going to be said of us? What is going to be said of us? So it's high time we started this. So reach out to brands like Central Fashions school, we are here for you. If you want to go into the production of ready to wear using authentic African what's it called, textiles from different parts of Africa, just reach out to us. For now, we have our production is in Abeokuta for Adire. Then we have our production also in another part of Nigeria for Ashoke. Yes, so you can reach out to us for those original fabrics, original textiles.
And folks, these connections that the Cetros have made, this takes time. This takes a couple years to get everything in order, and to get people on board with the plan is also difficult because you have to manufacture the things and then also show them that you can get results. So it's a difficult process, and you have to understand when Joke and Deo are doing this, they're setting they're paving the road for other people ahead of them.
So true. So true. Now let's look at this. This is a typical example of this, what you are seeing there is not African fabric.
These
These are Dutch wax prints, and they have been Africans have been mesmerized to believing that this is African fabric. These are Dutch fabric or the ones from China.
Absolutely.
Now look,
Yep.
look at the shocker here. I want to play this video for you, and I want you to look at it. To produce African ashoke, you do not even need electricity.
Yes.
Look at it. You don't need electricity.
Can you see this?
Hence is reawakening the use of original textiles from different parts of Africa in that today's
Can you?
popular wax
I,
print
I want us to.
version
I want to
of
pause.
Africa's
Can you see what they are using? Can you see the technology?
Yes,
It's
historical
amazing
creative.
too. It's just amazing to know that you don't need electricity to be creative. You
You
don't
don't.
need
Look at that's what they are doing here.
this is their Ashoke.
That's the ashoke they are producing here.
just good old human ingenuity.
That is to show you that even with the present challenge that Africa is having in terms of electricity and what have you,
This is my
we don't need to wait until electricity is okay and the likes of them. We can do what? We can make use of what we have on ground to create what is needed. Look at what I'm putting on there. That's okay. Let me this is what I'm putting on here is Adire fabric. This is real African wax, African fabric. You understand?
African textile.
Now, I want to play just a little part so that you can see when I traveled to the main place where we produce the Adire fabric from. And that's where Imanaesi used to source for his Adire, even in Nigeria here. Just look at.
True African history will be portrayed to the world, and as such, if our history is actually portrayed to the world,
That's me there doing it with them over there.
Look at
it will
that.
bring in more inflow to us. People will really love us and patronize us for who we are, because people don't just buy your product, they buy you. Once they know you, they know everything about you. And this is a great news because we at Central Fashion School, we major in
So this is the real do. This is where we are getting it right. You can see all the design. Look at the local place where they are producing all these fabrics. A lot of their children do not want to learn it again because they are telling their parents that nobody is patronizing. Now let's see the ashoke.
You know one thing, Jim?
Wait now.
Let me just say this.
Okay.
For everyone listening, if we don't act fast, if we don't act fast as African designers, if we allow other people to come and take over this heritage, because these children, the children of these people that are making this, the artisans, the technical people that are making this, that have this skill, the people are growing old. Yes, and their children don't want to learn it because their parents are not really being paid. They are not making good money from it because the patronage is not much, the demand is not much. So if, and I'm so sure that other continents, if they get to know about it, they will come learn it, and if they take it from us again, it's another thing. So that's why we have to start promoting this authentic African textiles right now. If you are from
Right,
Africa, any Africans in diasporas, you have to think of, and we're having a seminar on the 26th and
right.
27th
Right.
of
And the
August.
diaspora people also have to also say to
Yes,
themselves, we live in this other place, but we support this. And you know how we're going to support it? By not losing the tradition that our elders have left for us. I
yes,
mean, I still have traditions from my Greek heritage that I still follow. Things that, when it comes to making food and stuff. These are important items. These are part of what you want to pass down to your kids. It's very important, people, that you understand this is more than just branding of a marketing. This is passing down traditions.
and that's it. And we should not lose this
Now, I,
heritage.
I want us to flow a little bit with this video. You see the young chap that are still trying in the villages, trying to
Learn this.
make this
Ashoke.
ashoke. If we do not patronize them now, they
Eh,
might start wearing out. But let's flow so that you see the sample of the ashoke. I want somebody look
mm.
at. I, I
That's
I really
Iris.
I really want Iris. I want you to see
See,
that.
and Temi said that she said, Temi, do I have your WhatsApp line? Maybe you could private chat on this
Look
stream
at
or
how gorgeous the look at. These are samples of the
okay.
ashoke. Look at look. Can you see? This is ash. This are
Absolutely phenomenal. It's beyond. It's like, because when you're doing this type of art, what's an interesting aspect to it is that you're not letting dyes and wax do their own thing. You're kind of actually structuring the fabric together. So
Yes.
it yes, and to me that adds another layer to your branding quality.
exactly exactly. And let me quickly state this so that those of you that have not seen these videos before,
Hmm.
you need this is a man to
Uh,
follow.
yes.
Iman Ayesi
Ayesi is a
is
Cameroonian
a
designer.
Cameroonian designer that is really, really at the forefront of fighting to see that true, authentic African prints get the
African
recognition that
fabrics.
African fabrics get the recognition that they deserve in the world. Because as we speak presently, China
Hmm.
is now even going into the production of some
And do you know
fake.
why I love Iman Ayesi is that he goes to the source of all. When you watch his videos, just Google Iman Ayesi on YouTube or anywhere now, you see that he will write the where he got all the sources of the fabric he used for his AC couture production or his collection. He will write different countries, different artisans, as in
I
you go to
I think we have Isaac. Let's quickly listen to Isaac before network messes him up. Isaac,
you're welcome.
how
Yes,
are you?
yes, hello, I'm good.
Yes.
Oh,
This
so
network in
nice.
our country is really messed up.
Okay.
Yes, I'm
What
currently
on?
in Akure.
Oh,
Akure, oh,
lovely,
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 lovely. We're happy
lovely.
to
Yes.
have
Do
you.
you have people making this ashoke around you there?
I don't know. I got into Akure on Wednesday, and I'm going to be here for like 3 months for a training program, a fashion training program. I'm
A
Okay.
based in
fashion.
Port Harcourt, and I don't know anybody doing that.
Okay. Are you? What kind of training is that?
Well, it's a 3 months program, and I'm part of like people overseeing it. It's like a skill
Oh,
acquisition program for
wow.
boot camp for people interested in fashion.
Wow. Ah,
Okay,
that's
that's
great. That's
lovely.
great.
Do you
That's
have current clients, or are you working for somebody that
Hello?
does have clients, or how does that work with your training?
Okay.
Lost your
Isaac, did
mic.
you
is real. Did you get the question? Oh, I think the
His
network.
microphone is bad right now.
Yeah. You
I
know
have
what
to
is
get
that?
off the
Well,
camera
basically,
and I
I'm
have to
working for
get off the
somebody
mic.
who owns the program.
Okay.
So all I do is go to the location,
Can you
oversee the
start over,
training,
please? Isaac, can you
and
start
that's
over,
all.
please? Isaac, can you start
Well,
over?
network is pretty bad.
Okay. We can hear you.
We can hear you now. So you can start
No,
over.
network is bad.
We can hear you. Okay.
Uh,
So you know what? Let me just tell you where Isaac presently is very very close to the origin of Ashoke in
But he
Nigeria,
doesn't know
but he
anything.
doesn't know because he's not
how
based
That's
in
why
that
old
place.
is Oh,
So
Shoke? How old is it? Can you give me an idea how old that goes back?
oh, I'm sure we'll be talking about 13 something. Our great 4444 originating fathers. Those are their clothes. And you know the funniest stuff? It is now that Ashoke is being worn as a ceremonial
yes, so
garment alone. Then
it was the
Ashoke was the
mainstay.
normal main wears
If you watch
for
ancient films,
the classy men. You know, it also comes in different grade.
great,
There are
yes.
some higher grade, we call it Etu.
Etsu, yes, that's the
Is that
Let me
one.
because the weave is finer and the thread is finer?
yeah.
Yeah, you
So
see, and that's where the quality comes in, when you get that finer weave.
and just like you saw how it is being made with what they call the crochet, what's it called?
Crochet.
Uh, crochet. How you are seeing them make it, that's how they will make every bit of it. The wooling is strong, firm. You can use it. In short,
I
your
know. It's durable on top of it.
you can use it
Absolutely
for
durable.
over 100
But you know
years.
that China has Ashoke now? I can even bring it for you. Yes,
Yes.
You know
China
what the
has.
problem? And let jump in real quick, because here, because I just listened to, and I was hoping Isaac was going to speak to this, but if he's getting training, I mean, why is he getting training there? Well, you know what? His homeland is under attack. Um, they want to steal what you've got as a beautiful art creation, and they want to take it from you. And the way they're going to do it is they're going to come in there and they're going to robotize and they're going to make everything with their little factories. Those they do work very efficiently. The Chinese people. Don't get me wrong. They're so efficient they control the world's economy as we speak. They are the largest people on the country on the planet with the most people. And it's going to be hard for a lot of people to realize this, that America's time is over. I mean, if you just to say it real quick, all you have to do is look at Joe Biden. I mean, hello. Um,
Jim,
You know what will happen? What will happen is that just like we keep on sensitizing Africans on how to make sure that they are at the forefront of promoting what we have, so that we can, because you can only promote what you have to get what you don't have. What every country in the world are doing, they are looking for areas that they are best at something and projecting it to the
advantages of
world.
production.
And
and,
that is
and
why.
and they're all, and it's called Africa, and it's the world's largest piggy bank.
So the reason why we are doing this is for fashion designers not to be left out, because there is a new wave coming up now. The new
Yes,
wave in fashion is that
Yeah. And you would
want,
think that is true because the internet is here. I mean,
yeah,
we can make this happen. We got the right people getting together, talking about the ideas that we need to solve solutions. We're
I think
doing
it's
it.
it's really working now because most designers,
And
those
when
that
this gets on fire,
are aware,
let me tell you, this is going to go like a wildfire. It's going to go crazy. And you guys are
yes,
going to be sitting there and you're going to be going, you know what? We did our part. When you get to go have 8, 10 grandchildren, you're going to be looking at them all, maybe hopefully they're not fat and chubby, but let's make sure, we don't indulge ourselves because you guys are going to be successful. I can already see it. I can
Wow.
already see it. I mean, I wouldn't be hanging out with you guys. I mean, well, I would be because you're very nice people. But
Gee, man. Gee, man.
I'm
So,
sorry about that. I'm sorry. I'll shut up.
oh my,
Okay, thank you. Okay, that's just it. I think the whole thing today, this live stream has really been interesting,
yeah.
and it's really an eye-opening section for us to wake up as designers and take what is that. The Yoruba people will say that tí oògùn ẹni bá dáni lójú à ń gbé gbárí ni. Let me say it
The
again.
meaning of that in English is that if your battle is very, very,
Tí oògùn ẹni.
if your medicine is very, very strong,
No,
you
Master.
will use it to slap your neighbor.
No, that's wrong interpretation. If you're so sure of what you're doing, you will be really confident about it in the public. So we are so sure and we are so happy to have proudly original, authentic African fabrics. And I think
Temi is saying, don't blame China. Nigeria sold themselves to them. It's no problem.
no problem.
That's
Not
and that's why
the solution.
that's why we are coming here to say,
I have to jump in right there. I don't. I think your politician sold you out. I don't think the people did.
Please don't let us go to Central's blog. Let us keep it on fashion.
now
Temi,
you know
please.
you know what, Madam Temi, I think this training, that the seminar, the 2-day seminar, and as many that are listening
Show
to us,
them the banner now.
the 2-day seminar, you can't show them banner on this.
Oh,
The
okay.
2-day seminar that we are organizing for fashion designers, which will be starting on the 26th and 27th, of which Jim is is part of the presenter. Jim, I think we need to finalize on our discussion
Oh,
after now.
I'm all ready to go. You don't even have to ask me to be finalized.
Good,
I'm all set. I'm ready to
good.
go right now.
Oh, good. So,
I'll give you. I was trying to actually give you a pre-speech by jumping on today, telling
okay.
you some of my ideas, so you can listen to this again and go, "Oh, yeah, that's what he said." Okay, those are going to be in the same speech I'm going to give.
Okay. You know what? I'm going after now. I'm going to send you a private link so that we can have a video discussion to finalize on that,
Yeah, no
because
problem.
it's very crucial.
We've got some good progress on the cameras getting to you. It just hasn't come through there. So, Wanji, Ola Munje,
Okay.
he called me, and then I went from her to Joseph. Joseph lives in San Diego,
Oh.
and so he's got the ball, and so he's supposed to do something. He hasn't called me back, but the case. Oh, here, hang on. Let me show you. Hang on.
Wow. Wow.
So that's it. That's
Wow.
good.
That is great. And
And that's it.
Go ahead,
So
speak for a minute. Go ahead, speak for a minute. I'll be right back.
okay. So for everyone on this platform, if you've not heard about what is happening now, it's about the reawakening of the use of authentic African textiles in the world of fashion. And it has been taken to the highest world of fashion, which is AC Couture by a man, Iman Ayesi. And we are all trying to follow. And if you are a high street brand there that you want to major in this and you don't know how to go about it, or you're a smart investor, or you just want to promote anything African, why not reach out to the Setros? Reach out to Setro Fashions, because that's what we are here for. We want to promote the economy of Africa. If you're Africans in diaspora and you're looking at what is happening on the shores of Africa and you're not interested, as in it's bringing you pain each night, sleepless nights, and you want to revamp the economy of Africa as a whole, this is what we can do, gaining economic power through, as in making sure that we use our own textiles and we sell to other part of the world. So when you start making your creations, your designs, you don't have to become a designer. Designing that Africans know about is cut and sew. Obioma Taylor, I'm the one cutting it, I'm the one sewing it. No, designing, I've gone past that. those that are billionaires in the art of, in the world of fashion, it's been tested that they are not even those that major in the art skill of cutting and sewing, but those that have been able to major in the soft skill of managing the foot soldiers. And that is it. So you can invest in this if you are a smart investor, if you have African in your origin. If you're not African and you're interested in helping African, we just like on our other channel, Cetro's blog, we have so many non-Africans that are interested in helping Africa. So reach out to Cetro Fashion School. And if you are, is it just about Central Fashion School? Come to the base, come to Nigeria, come to what's it called? Ghana, go to East Africa for the Kitengia and different African fabrics. Let's start patronizing African, proudly African textiles. Let's start using them in our creations, in our designs, and let's try to synergize as designers. That's what I've always been coming out for. As African designers, you don't go up by pulling down others. No, let's synergize. I think you'll be hearing of Laduma Maktosa.
Right. And guess
Maktosa
what? And Joke's right, because when you synergize, guess what else you do? You're getting into that flow. You're meeting people, you're doing things, you're creating contacts, you're organizing your ideas, you're getting other ideas from other people. This is synchronicity on top of it. So you're synergizing and you're synchronizing. These are two beautiful platforms you can work with. You know, all you have to do is have a little faith. Let me just put the camera on here just to show you guys. It's still sitting there. You see it?
Whoa.
Still there waiting for you. I swear, if I could afford to send them, I would, but I can't. Yeah, the cameras are still there, and they're
Wow.
beauties. They're beauties.
Wow.
Couple big lenses and some nice lenses. Two cameras, charging
Wow.
stations, straps. A
Wow.
beautiful travel
Wow.
case. Yeah. By the way, Joseph, if you're listening, and Olamunji, um, I'm sorry, Mooney. I said your name. I know I should use your nickname. If I mispronounce anybody's name, I am so sorry. Joseph, if you're watching, let's get this done. Let's get these over there. Come on.
He's gonna do it. He's gonna
It's
do
gonna do
it.
We're
it
gonna make
He's
this
definitely.
gonna
happen.
do it.
We're gonna make it
We're,
happen.
we're
He's
just so
making it happen. It's happening. It's happening.
You can feel it because everything's crumbling around us.
Hmm. Hmm.
As in, I'm just so happy. You can see that we are vivacious, we are lively doing this because you're
Why would
going
you
back
be
to the
dedicating your
motherland.
time to say anything else but good positive light, truth? Why would you waste your time?
Hmm.
I mean, it's obvious.
Hmm. So, with these beautiful news from every one of us, including Jim, Madam Temi, Iris, Aim, and Bemisola Atunda Olu. Uh,
Imisola Atundaolu.
uh,
Call it the
no, it's
African
not.
way.
It's not Atunda. It's
Atunda
Atunda.
Atundaolu.
Atunda
Am
Olu.
I correct?
My wife
Maybe
doesn't know how to pronounce some words very well in
Yoruba.
Yoruba.
Mhm.
Hmm. Okay,
I'm not the
Temi.
only one.
Uh, then we have our friend from Ghana. I don't
Ghana.
know if I allow her to pronounce this one, she will mumble it up. This is pronounced as Awua, a dolphin, aqua, aqua. So
I'm not
my
gonna try.
yeah, try to pronounce it. Okay, these are our friend from Ghana. That we are happy because that means very soon, by the time I believe that by the time everywhere is stabilized, we'll be able to move from one country to the other, and it will be fun that we have so many friends in different places. Then we have a 3 Point Plus. So lovely having you here with us. We are going to be we are rounding up already on this, but please take if there's anything you should never forget, please let us try to protect our heritage because you are not just wearing clothes, you are wearing culture, you are wearing the values of where those clothes are made from. And if we fail to patronize, if you fail to patronize this our made in Africa brand, if we fail
Textiles,
to
original
patronize
textiles.
our original African textiles, and we allow them to be eroded by some marauders coming from different countries, lying to us about who we are or what we are buying, then 10, 20, 50 years, you might not have any trace of our culture. Please patronize. We just mentioned few. We have several
Yes.
African attire, African fabrics,
Textiles.
African textiles. Please, let's go for the
By so
authentic.
doing, you're revamping the economy of Africa as a whole.
You can
And
imagine if
everything.
I get like 1 million pieces of what's it called? 1 million pieces of ashoke delivered to big time fashion designers outside the country.
You know what?
Do you know how many youths
Are we employed with
I'll
that?
be able to employ in Nigeria? In
That's when it goes from a fire to a wildfire.
So that is just about.
That's the
If
essence.
you are now being deceived to believe that a Dutch fabric is what is African, that means whenever you are patronizing, you are buying those stuffs, you are only
Empowering
sending
us.
the money
And the
to
worst now is that
a different
it's
place.
the nylon on that China has now brought now that is going everywhere. That's
And the one and the number one thing to remember is quality is what makes branding, because you don't get branding unless you have quality. See,
Exactly.
and that's the interesting characteristic. We kind of glossed over this. We didn't talk about the quality. The quality is different. We know we have durable fabrics. We have
you.
handcrafted items. You know, this is different than, you know, you manufactured in a large corporation that's designed to profit. These people are trying to survive.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay, let's look at what someone says. Iris I'm says, I enjoyed your chat. I learned a lot.
So
Thank
glad
you.
you
Oh,
did.
so glad.
So glad.
And Gbemisola
Gbemisola.
Atunda Olu says, I'm really glad to be part of this. It's an awakening and confirmation for me. Thank you, Central Craft. God bless you both.
God bless you too,
Jane.
Jane.
And from all of us at Central Craft, we want to say, if you have your spouse there,
Jim, where's your wife?
grab your spouse. All
She's
that time.
working like she should be.
So if you are like Jim and your spouse is not there, grab a picture and hug. But if you're a fashion designer and you are with your machine, grab your machine. So we want to say bye.
So for those that will be registering for the RTW seminar batch 2.0, reach out to us.
Register now. Register.
Yes. Reach out and you hear more. It's really going to really be great.
I'll
and
be
you will
speaking,
start
and you guys will enjoy it.
Thank you.
Okay,
So
I think Jim should just wait.
Somebody is saying.
Somebody saying.
Someone is just joining.
Go love is saying you are so funny. Thank you.
You're most welcome.
So Jim, just wait. Let's have our private